Good morning. So, first of all, I wanted to say I'm finally back. My hand is still not doing great. It does get tired and hurt after not very long of me trying, but I found ways to cope with stretches and physiotherapy and frequent breaks. So, anyway, as I'm finally back for this video, today I decided to try a new format of video, doing like a art vlog of sorts. So the first project on the agenda is this denim jacket. I have wanted to make a patch jacket since I was like probably 7 or something, since the first time I saw one, like the punk ones. I thought it was really cool, but I've never actually had a denim jacket to do it with. And then I got this one months and months ago, but never got around to actually doing it. And the other day, a friend lended some fabric paints to me, so now I have finally got the opportunity to make it. Another project I'm working on today is this figurine of Austin that you will probably be familiar with if you have ever been on this channel before. If not, stick around to see more gay cowboys. So this is Austin, one of my two cowboy OCs, Clay's partner, if you will. And I've had this idea for ages, but I really wanted to make figurines of my OCs, and then I remembered I had Clay, so I decided that I would absolutely have to make them, and of course I decided to start with Austin and Clay. I'm actually gonna do a tutorial for how to make these if anyone is interested. Let me know what you think. But yeah, this is Aussie and his cowboy shirt. Okay, so the plan for the denim jacket was to first make antlers on the front, and so that is what I started with. Since I haven't been able to make art as much and as often as I wanted to recently, that really got me thinking about what actually makes someone an artist. Is it the quantity and the amount of time that it takes you to make art? Because currently, especially with social media, the focus is on getting out as much art as you can in as short of a period of time as possible, and gaining popularity through things like reels and very frequent posts. But I do not believe that how much art and how often you make it is necessarily reflective on how much you are an artist. I do not believe that all people who make money from making art are necessarily to be considered artists, and I do not believe that you necessarily have to be at an extremely advanced level to be considered or to consider yourself an artist. I think that what actually makes someone an artist is the way that we look outside of ourselves and the way that we see the world. Because even with songwriting, for example, a normal person will experience the world and see it in, well, normal person. Artists are normal people too. But the way you see the world can be extremely different. I think that artists, when they look at the world, everything that they see goes into their experience as a person, as anyone else, of course. But the difference is that artists take that and kind of, regurgitate it into art. As like with music, for example, any experience that you have will probably go into your music. And as an artist, as a person, anything you create will go into that. So when you look at the world, you're kind of constantly looking for things to put into your work, either intentionally or not so. But yeah, this hand injury has been a huge setback for me. I was extremely stressed about it. I was worried that I was gonna have to rethink my art career. Sorry for being a little oversharing, I guess, about this, but I was really worried. I was worried it was something serious. I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to go to art school anymore. There were about 2 months in which I could not draw at all, as you may have noticed from the fact that I haven't posted anything on this channel in around 2 months. But, I'm finally making up for it now. But yeah, this injury was very difficult for me. I actually started drawing with my left hand to make up for the fact that I couldn't draw with my right. And this is another thing I believe that people who are truly passionate do. Not just in terms of art, but about anything in general. Like, I don't know, sportsmen. People that are active in any kind of thing that is inherent to them and that they are incredibly passionate about in a way that they could not live without it. Those are my favorite kinds of people, where when they talk about the thing, their eyes really light up, and when you know that they could not live without doing it, that is what art is for me personally. Maybe that sounds pretentious, I know, but it's true. I am very mentally unwell when I am unable to do art. So yeah, I think I will keep making art forever. I will be here always. If you want to follow me on that journey, you're welcome to do so. If not, I hope that this video brings you something to think about. Maybe reflection on how you see the world, and maybe it will help you consider yourself an artist, even if you're still a small one, a baby artist, and still unsure. In which case, I mean, really happy to have you here. But yeah, these are just some rambles that have been in my head recently. I absolutely love passionate people. Also, this De Re Miro writing I did on the inside of the denim jacket is quite funny. It's mostly an Easter egg because no one else is ever gonna see it. It's under the collar, but it means a lot to me. I don't know, De Re Miro is a name that kind of just stuck around. I first chose it from, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on this channel, but I first chose it from the music notes, you know, Do Re Mi, and then I put my name in the middle of it, and it became Do Re Mi, and then I added Ro. I don't remember why, but it sounds cool. Also, this jackalope painting may look familiar to you, because if you follow me on Kara, you should do that, because if not, you're missing a lot of art. When I'm not active on YouTube, I'm usually active on Kara, because I cannot stand Instagram at all. I will talk about that more in detail sometime in the future. But anyway, this may look familiar to you because I have a digital art of these two jackalopes. I draw jackalopes a lot. It is also a cover of some of my songs that you can find on SoundCloud. Fun fact, I finally have a SoundCloud now, because the other day a friend asked me, "Hey Ray, why don't you have a SoundCloud?" And I was like, dang, you're right, why don't I? There are quite a few songs that I have written up on there already that are not all on my channel. I would appreciate it a lot if you followed me there. But I keep going off track. These two jackalopes are similar to that painting, but it's slightly different because they're laying on grass and not just on a flat background. And also, one of them is more realistic, and the other one, well, you'll see what they look like further on. Anyway, in recent days, I've been working on my comic a lot at World's End. I don't show any process for it in this video specifically, but hopefully I will in the future. Banana break, and of course it's a jackalope as well. Yeah, so I've been working on that a lot. I also have a different project with Sir Lucian. I'll put a picture of her up on screen, but that is a trans knight lady that I am so excited to work with. I already started making a few comic pages for both, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I actually tried using a webtoon format at first for a different comic idea that I had, but I did not like how it looked at all. I don't like working in the webtoon format because it feels like pretending to be something that I'm not. I don't know, it's weird. I like seeing all of my art on one page. It's also reflective of the fact that I prefer traditional art to digital, though I do draw in digital art a lot because it's easier and faster and helps me work on my projects better. And it's also easier to reach audiences online with digital art, unfortunately. I actually started a Google Doc with Austin and Clay lore recently. If you're interested, I could actually do a whole video talking about their lore and sketching them, something like that. So, I don't know, let me know in the comments. I think that would be cool. But since you've probably seen them on my channel before. I might as well give you a little lore now while I'm working on this Austin figurine. So basically they're childhood friends that fell in love and then unfortunately got separated because one of them, not saying who in this video, got too scared by the fact that he was in love with another cowboy. Cowboys are frequently secretly fond of each other. Don't copyright me, YouTube, please. And then they found each other again years later, fell in love. Clay, who had a toxic ex in the time they were apart, was once again wronged by his toxic ex, Rose, who is also a vampire, fun fact, who decided to burn down their barn. Yeah, pretty metal. Punk, I guess. Yeah, but then eventually they rebuilt and Rose did not come back until years later. I actually have a short comic on that sketched out that I believe is on Kara, so if you want to see it, go over there because Instagram sucks. Yeah, and now they live happily ever after. Lest I decide to traumatize them again, but I don't think I will, they've had enough. Okay, so the idea for this second jackalope was actually, it's not made of grass, as much as it seems so in the beginning, in the beginning. It was to make it a ghost. I don't paint ghosts very often, I don't paint transparent things very often. My other idea was to make it like a white rabbit with gore on it, similar to my deer painting, which is up on my YouTube somewhere. But I decided to push myself and try to do something I haven't before and make it transparent and make it into a ghost. So yeah. Oh yeah, I added details onto Austin with Art's acrylic markers. Once again, Arts haunts me. Woohoo! Because they were a lot finer and easier to add detail with compared to my crusty brushes. But yeah, they were quite convenient for that actually. Arts markers work pretty much on everything. Not sponsored by them in this video. I do have other videos with them though. Thanks, Arts. Also, the dots on Osti's face are not a nose bridge piercing. I swear, it's just his eyebrows. I don't know why I stylized them this way. But yeah, I think adding details is my favorite part on this kind of thing. Anyway, if you stuck around this long on this video, first of all, thank you for putting up with my adamant ramblings. And you know, coming back in general. I know I haven't been around for a while, so thank you to whoever has, you know, stuck around. It means a lot to me. But second of all, since it is the summer and I'm officially on summer break because I do school, boo, it's art school though, so it's fun. Here are some projects that I'm gonna work on soon. At World's End comic, I will probably publish the first chapter relatively soon. I'm hoping to do so in around 2 weeks. I've started finalizing it already. Sir Lucian's comic may occasionally pop up a couple of pages and concept art and stuff like that. I'm gonna be releasing more songs on my SoundCloud and possibly recording some of them properly to release on a more important platform like Spotify. I'm gonna be doing some crafty stuff that I will put on YouTube and on Kara, so stick around for that. I will do craft tutorials on YouTube, mayhaps, maybe. I'm having a lot of ideas as of right now. Then I'm gonna be doing more painting. I have a cowboy self-portrait planned. Here is some concept art for it. This is just all a not so subtle incentive for you to stick around and, you know, see what I actually do on this channel and in my life in general. It's weird sharing stuff you do in your private time on the internet. That sounded wrong. I meant drawing and stuff. I'm also very introverted as a person. I am social, but still introverted. So it always feels kind of wrong in a way, but also I like sharing my art online, and I think the community that's building up here is really sweet. So thanks for interacting. But yeah, I'm trying to be more online. I'm trying to share my art more online. I'm hoping that people will enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it, though filming myself can be a little hard sometimes. But yeah, thank you for being around. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. True mature reference. But yeah, have a good week and have a great summer. And I hope I will see you for some of it. Subscribe. Mwah.